No, again. I can remember some dishonest tricks played upon the public by past prime ministers and chancellors of the Exchequer, but there has usually been a certain amount of subtlety and finesse about such dishonesty. There is always, as the Americans put it, plausible deniability. It is rare, too, for both Prime Minister and Chancellor to work in tandem to deceive us. Usually, those in these two great offices of state have different aims. One thinks of Tony Blair and Gordon Brown, for instance, who were always at loggerheads, or Margaret Thatcher and Geoffrey Howe or Nigel Lawson. In the present situation, both Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves appear to have sat down together and cooked up a plan to mislead the British public and pretend that the country was on the verge of economic disaster, with a £30 billion black hole which had to be filled by various unpleasant means, by increasing taxation. In fact, as we now know, this was completely untrue. It was an elaborate scam cooked up by the Prime Minister and his Chancellor in order to raise taxes so that they could give more money to people on benefits. I have explained before that those not working are the ones upon whom Labour is relying now for its votes. And as the opinion polls show their support falling ever further each day, these two senior members of the government thought that it might be an idea to bribe the workers with some more money, taken from those foolish enough still to be working for a living. The government, of course, has no money of its own, not a single penny. The only cash they have is what they can take from us. I wonder if viewers are aware that 25%, a quarter that is, of government spending now goes on welfare benefits. To increase that figure, as has lately been done in the budget, is of course raving mad economically, but makes perfect sense if you have no higher aim than to see if you can get voted back in at the next election. And the people living on Social Security are the ones that might well vote Labour back in. That's why the cap on child benefit for mothers with more than two children was removed. 86% of such families are not white British, and these are the very people upon whom Labour is now relying for support. The political fallout from the revelation of this imposture, the pretense that there was a black hole, is about to hit the fan, and some people suggest that certainly the Chancellor, and perhaps even the Prime Minister himself, will be forced to resign because of what has been done. The Office for Budget Responsibility, which is the watchdog on the nation's finances, is now at war with the government, which is something never yet seen, and sheds light on the leaking of the budget last week, a couple of hours ahead of Rachel Reeves announcing the details in the Commons. Remember, this is the watchdog whose job it is to scrutinise the government's finances. And when they blow the whistle in this way and accuse the Chancellor of the Exchequer of lying, we really are entering uncharted waters. The next few days should prove very interesting, and with a little luck, might even bring down Keir Starmer.